Thank you. This video is brought to you by Beating Black and Blue. Beating Black and Blue, my brand new book, Being a Black Police Officer in America Under Siege. You don't want to miss the opportunity to get this book. It comes out November the 30th. You can pre-order it now. November the 30th, you can pre-order it now. Link is in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all know the drill. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, Jonathan Isaac. This is my brother from another mother, man. I had an opportunity to speak with him on the phone, and this guy is an amazing person. Basketball is secondary. He's an amazing person, an amazing Christian. I mean, I really like this guy. I don't even know if I like any basketball players except Jonathan Isaac. However, Jonathan Isaac was asked a question about the Fauci, and he gave an incredible response. And you know that when a brother give an incredible response, they have to come after him. They have to distort what he has to say. He can't just speak facts and it goes against their narrative, and they have to say, you know what, that gentleman made a good point. Maybe we should consider the alternative, and maybe there are people who are open-minded to this and people who have a difference of opinion. They can't do that. They have to shun you. They have to lie on you. They have to do all this. The Rolling Stone did an article, and I'm going to show it to you. They completely lied about this brother. Lied. So I'm going to show you what he said in this video. Then I'm going to show you the lie from the Rolling Stones. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to see his rebuttal or his response to that lie, telling the truth. So without further ado, roll the film.
I would start with I've had COVID in the past. And so our understanding of antibodies, of natural immunity has changed a great deal from the onset of the pandemic and is still evolving. I understand that the vaccine would help if you catch COVID, and you'll be able to have less symptoms from contracting it. But with me having COVID in the past and having antibodies with my current age group and physical fitness level, it's not necessarily a fear of mine. Taking the vaccine, like I said, it would decrease my chances of having a severe reaction, but it does open me up to the, albeit rare chance, but the possibility of having an adverse reaction to the vaccine itself.
Why can't that be an acceptable answer? Very succinct and reasonable. I've had it, so have I. The study in reasonableness of antibodies, which protect you very similarly as does the Fauci. It protects you very similarly. And then this young man is in great physical condition, great shape. He's probably in the best shape of his life. He doesn't have any pre-existing conditions that he obviously has expressed. So he's not even in the risk factor category. So he is saying, I can take my chances because I have the recovery rate, if I get it again, the second time, will be astronomically better than the risks that I'm taking if I end up taking this at the prime of my life and a negative situation happen from it. I'm gonna let him finish.
I don't believe that being unvaccinated means infected, or being vaccinated means uninfected. You can still catch COVID with or without not having the vaccine. I would say honestly, the craziness of it all, in terms of not being able to say that it should be everybody's fair choice without being demeaned or talked crazy to, doesn't make one comfortable to do what said person is telling them to do. I would say that's a couple of the reasons that I would say I'm hesitant at this time. But at the end of the day, I don't feel that it is anyone's reason to come out and say, well, this is why or this is not why. It should just be their decision. And loving your neighbors, not just loving those that agree with you or look like you or move in the same way that you do. It's loving those who don't.
I could stop the video right here. Give him a round of applause. Matter of fact, y'all go ahead. Give him a round of applause. He deserves it. Here's the Rolling Stone article where I felt like that they just grossly misrepresented what Jonathan Isaac said. I mean, they were in the article talking about other players and Kyrie Irving and saying that he was a conspiracy theorist or he associated with conspiracy theorists. And they try to paint this crazy, ridiculous picture of athletes in the NBA who do not want to get vaccinated. Now, they start out And this is the strategy that they use. They start out by insulting you and trying to demonize you, or at least lessen the effect of who you are before they write what you said, so that people won't take you seriously. Look at the first sentence. It says, Jonathan Isaac is known less by the average basketball fan for his play than for being the guy who stood up with his jersey on during the national anthem in the NBA bubble, while every other player on the court took a knee in a T-shirt declaring Black Lives Matter amid a global reckoning of race and police killings. So what do they say? First of all, they want you to not think that he's a worthy player, and that his only notability, only thing people know him for, is that he was an activist. So they're going to start by insulting him. This is unnecessary, in my opinion, that he's known by fans for less of his basketball play. Now, he's an incredible athlete. Everybody can see that. I mean, he's playing in the NBA. He's a starter. And, of course, his career is going to progress. He's a young player, 23 years old, and he had a serious injury, I think, last year or the year before. So, come on. Unnecessary. But this is the strategy that they use. And then they quoted him saying, I'm not going to sit here and point the finger at one group of people. Isaac, who is black, tells the Rolling Stones, I would do it again. I'm assuming that they're referring to him taking the knee during the national anthem. Kudos to him. Even if you're the only one, stand up for what you believe. The Orlando Magic's 23-year-old starting forward is deeply religious and is proudly unvaccinated. When NBA players started lining up for the shot in March, Isaac started studying black history and watching Donald Trump's press conference. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all hear his response after we read this. He learned about antibody resistance and came to a distrust of Dr. Anthony Fauci, as if the brother can't have a brain of his own anyway. You ain't got to look at nothing that got to do with Donald Trump or black history, and you can't tell me that the inconsistencies don't cause you to have distrust in general. But the black man can't have his own mind and think like that. He has to be watching Donald Trump and reading black history. He can't come up with this through logic and deductive reasoning. Okay, all right. Let me finish. He looked out. It says he looked out for people who might die from the vaccine, and he put faith in God. Okay, which is weird connection there, but whatever. At the end of the day, it's people, Isaac says, of the scientists developing vaccine, and you can't always put your trust completely in people. That's probably the smartest thing that Rolling Stone has ever heard somebody say. I know it's shocking to them, but I believe that that's a reasonable statement to be made. Isaac considers unvaccinated players to be vilified and bullied, and he thinks it's an injustice to automatically make heroes out of vaccinated celebrities. He rejects the NBA's proposal for a vaccine mandate and social distancing for players like him during team travel. And he's going to explain how stupid this is. You can play on the same court. You can touch the same ball. We can bump chests. We can do all of these things on the court. And then when it comes to being on a bus, we have to be in different parts of the bus. To me, it doesn't seem logical. It doesn't seem logically consistent. Now, let me play the young man's video clarifying, because they try to make him out to be, and if you were watching this, you would think, or you're reading it, you would think, oh, he must be an anti-vaxxer. You know, he must be one of those guys, right? He got a commitment to not believing in the vaccine.
Were you misquoted in that article?
I would start by saying that I was pretty badly misrepresented in the Rolling Stone article, and because of that, I can understand anyone who may say they don't transparently or overtly trust the media. In a frustrated tweet yesterday, I had noted that true journalism was dying.
True.
And to that, I would say that I appreciate every single one of you, those that try their best to correctly share the thoughts, the ideas, and the heart of the people that they're asking questions of. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-medicine. I'm not anti-science. I didn't come to my current vaccination status by studying Black history or watching Donald Trump press conferences. I have nothing but the utmost respect for every healthcare worker and person in Orlando and all across the world that have worked tirelessly to keep us safe. My mom has worked in healthcare for a really long time. I thank God, I'm grateful that I live in a society where vaccines are possible and we can protect ourselves and have the means to protect ourselves in the first place But with that being said, it is my belief that the vaccine status of every person should be their own choice, and completely up to them, without bullying, without being pressured, or without being forced into doing so. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm uncomfortable with taking the vaccine at this time. I think that we're all different. We all come from different places. We've all had different experiences and hold dear to different beliefs. And what it is that you do with your body when it comes to putting medicine in there should be your choice, free of the ridicule and the opinion of others.
I don't know what to say. That's the end of the video. He said everything that needs to be said. The first time, the article that they tried to diss him in, and then now he clarified and made it very clear that he's not an anti-vaxxer. He just have reservations. Why is that such a sin to say, hey, I need to check on this, man? You know what I'm saying? Let me live and let live, bro. I don't want to put that in my body. You put it in yours, that's fine. Why can't we just live in a place like that? Because there's a bigger agenda, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you get the book, Beating Black and Blue. Talk to you on the next video. Y'all know what it is. Peace.